Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recaps fans. Today's daily recap is for Monday, November the 18th, 2024. Well, I'm telling you, if you are not subscribed to this YouTube channel, subscribe now. I'm on a race to 4,000, want to reach 4,000 by the end of this year. And if you are on TikTok, follow me at these two TikTok accounts that I have. One is Grandma's Gadgets or at Grandma's Gadgets, as you can see on the screen here. The other is Daily Recap Lady at daily.recap.lady. Either or, you'll be able to find my channel. Please follow me on TikTok. Follow me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 on TikTok. Well, Saturday's live stream was off the chain, y'all, off the chain. We had so much fun. We will do it again next month. Before the holidays, I'll let you know which Saturday we are going to do it, but we had a really good time. So thanks for all of you that participated. Let's get down to what's happening in Port Charles land. Sam's funerals today. So this was, the precursor to the funeral, everybody getting ready, to go to the funeral, or the people that they decided to show. Maxie was at the church making sure everything, the flowers, the pictures, the caskets there. Everything's in order for the guests. Lucas shows up early. She talks to Lucas because he's blaming himself. And she's letting him know, don't blame yourself. Um, and at the Q home, Scout, Danny, and Rocco come into the foyer, and there's Drew looking all jacked up. And she goes, "What happened to your face, Daddy?" And Rocco and Danny are looking, and he goes, "Oh, I was in the kitchen making something, wasn't looking where I was going, and I turned and walked right into the door." Now, we all know the way the Q's kitchen looks, although maybe where they're showing us is the dining part of the kitchen because they never really show a stove. Yeah, they do. They have shown a stove. It's right on the other side of where they normally show. What door did he walk into? Was it the door between the kitchen and outside? Because that's the only door in the whole room. But anyway, he told the kid, Scout. She believed it. Oh, but Daddy, does it hurt? Oh, no, it doesn't. Looks worse than it is, honey. It looks worse than it is. So anyway, he talks to, before the kids came, he had called Nina. I knew it was Nina because he was asking, can she come help with his face? So she brought her little makeup, her little powder, foundation, okay, whatever. She dabbed him up, made it look better, and I mean, my goodness, you can't see too much of the bruise with all the stubble he's got on his face anyway. But it's that eye area that's all messed up. But anyway, she made him look presentable. And as she's leaving, she goes, look, he goes, how's it look? She goes, well, enough, looks presentable enough. You know, nobody know that it was Jason who beat your face, who did this to your face. Rocco happened to be standing outside the door. Of course, he heard that. Even though, what could he do with that? What even would he think of that? But he and Danny, I mean, Danny were talking before Danny left. He said, do you believe that Scout's father walked into the door? Danny said, no, uh, that's just what he told her. Because they too old to, yeah, right. Sure, let me come home looking like that and say I walked into a door. Would you believe it? So Danny said he was going to head to the church early. Scout had picked some roses. I mean, hopefully Yuri thorned them for her. But she did have paper towel wrapped around, but if there were thorns, that wouldn't have helped. But anyway, she'd drawn a picture for her mother of the family that they had. And so Danny says, I'm going to head over there early so that I can place these where when Scout walks into the room, these are going to be the first things she sees. He's very thoughtful brother. And Rocco said, Danny. And Danny turned around. He says, no matter what, we are brothers. And Danny said, yes, we are brothers. That was cute. That was really cute. So then we had the minor chitter chatter. I fast forwarded through the whole Trina and Kai situation. I don't care. I don't care. Trina's doing too much with her attitude, and he's trying. Why? You don't know this girl. But anyway, Cody was talking to Dante when Dante was trying to pick pictures for this family album. He, arranged the pictures in the album, and Dante was talking to him the whole time. And then they picked the perfect picture for the front sleeve, of the album. And it was a really pretty picture of Sam. So that was kind of cute. Brennan goes to see Lucky and offers him a WSB job, a job at the WSB, an assignment in Somalia where he was, working for the WSB, getting some helping refugees and also getting intel on this political group that is rising. WSB wants to keep track of. And he said, I could have you on a plane in a day or two. So think about it. I know that's not what Sonny put into place. Because for one, Sonny would never call Brennan. He wouldn't. And for two, I think whatever Sonny's offer is going to be, it's gonna steer Lucky more to staying in town, because let's face it, they gave him a 2-year contract, I think, the actor that plays him. So Aiden came to the hospital, took a ride share to drive Elizabeth home, and they talked. He goes, Mom, what's going on? What's wrong? She goes, what makes you say something's wrong? He goes, because you have the look on your face that you need to say. You want to tell me something. And she goes, really? He goes, yeah, I've had to learn your expressions to know when I'm in trouble. She goes, well, I got to work on that. But anyway, she said, I just wanted to prepare you that your dad might not stick around. And Aiden said, Mom, I already know. He's not that he doesn't want his dad to, but look, Lucky hasn't been around that boy's young man now whole life, right? So they talked. I fast forwarded. I mean, what was I going to do? Um, and then the good part, we've got everybody's at well, not everybody. Molly and Christina are at Alexis's house. Alexis breaks this bracelet, or the clasp on this bracelet that Sam gave her. She's all frazzled and upset. So Molly takes it and she goes in the other room. She goes, let me try to fix it. So Christina sits down, and Alexis says, I don't think I can get through this day. I don't think I can do this. And Molly says, she goes, and I can't do it without this bracelet, which is why Molly said, let me go try to fix this. So she walks in the other room, and Alexis tells Christina, that was the last gift Sam gave me. Christina says, I know, Mom, it was Mother's Day that she gave you the gift. She goes, and I have to wear it. She goes, Molly's working on it. So they sit down, and Christina says, this feels so surreal. This feels like the day when before Adela's funeral. And of course, as she's saying that, Molly is coming out of the other room. And I thought, see, Christina always has to make it about herself. Always. This is about her mother grieving and saying she can't make it through the day burying her daughter, which is Christina's sister. Knowing Molly is in the house, would you say the name Adela? Would you say that? No. No. But Christina would and did. So Alexis sees Molly coming out, standing there, and the look on Molly's face. And Christina turns and she sees Molly. Malls. So Molly says, here, Mom, Here. So she puts the bracelet on Alexis's wrist, and I'm thinking, well, for one, it's too big, but she put it on her wrist, and she goes, Christina goes, Malls, see? Mm-mm. Molly just looks, she goes, I'm gonna go get some air. And she turns and she walks out the front door without her jacket, without her coat, because it's cold. So she walks out the front door and immediately is doing this, right? And Alexis turns and she looks at Christina, right? And Christina says, I didn't mean, I didn't realize Molly could hear me or was there. Molly was in the doggone house. I almost said a swear word. You knew Molly was in the house. You knew Molly was at a place that she could walk in at any minute. What do you mean I didn't? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You are so self centered that you knew it and you didn't care. That's really what it was. You didn't care. And see, it was up to Molly to suck that up and not even react to it. Okay. Which she did. She did a good job. Well, Rick walks up and she goes, how do you know I needed you? He said, because I'm your dad. And he says, I came here, and they hug. He goes, I came here to bring you this. And he takes an envelope out of his jacket. He goes, happy belated birthday, Molly. And she opens it up to it's tickets to some show he took, well, whatever, being revived. He took it to her when she was a little girl. She loved it, blah, blah, blah. Now, what got me about that whole exchange was what's Rick's reasoning for not reaching out to his daughter on her birthday? On her actual birthday, he had no excuse. He's not grieving the death of a child. He's only got one child, and that was Molly. And throughout the whole course of the day, he did not call his daughter. So shame on you, Rick. Shame on you. Right? So TJ walks up and Molly goes, it's okay, happy belated birthday. It's okay. And I'm thinking, no, it's not okay. He didn't go see Drew, then Jason until that night. He had all day. So we have TJ walks up and he goes, I'm sorry, Ma. See, because he's hearing Rick and kind of all of that madness. I'm sorry, Ma. You know, I that I forgot you. He goes, no, I didn't forget your birthday. He's like, it's just the day got away from me. Your birthday gift is actually at home. And she goes, I know, TJ, it's okay. See, it's already like a cutoff, disconnect. Like, look, I ain't expecting nothing from you anyway. She probably even saw the gift. No, if you're waiting to get somebody a birthday gift, you do keep it kind of probably in your drawer, meaning to give it to her. But guess what? You made sure you didn't come home last night. Or when you did come home, it was so late she was asleep. Nor could you take the time, TJ, to text her, open my sock drawer. Your gift is in there. Because, see, you spend time working out at the gym. You spend time, you know, helping Trina with the bag. You spend time on everybody but Molly. TJ. So I don't give TJ a pass either. So Alexis looks out kind of out her front door windows, her pane windows, and she goes, who's Molly talking to? And so she goes and she sees his Rick. She goes, oh, no, 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 not today. I don't have time for him today. So she goes outside and Rick goes, Alexis. And so Molly says, I'm gonna go call the I guess the pastor or clergyman providing father, whoever, over the ceremony. I'm gonna go in and give him a call. And TJ goes right behind Molly. And Alexis says, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I'm here." And as Molly's going in the house, "Happy birthday, Molly," is what Rick said. But Alexis, inside, Christina says, "We were making such progress after today. I mean, yesterday and now." And she goes, "What happened yesterday? Wait, what happened?" She goes, "Oh, I gave Molly a birthday gift." And Alexis was like, "Oh my God, I forgot her birthday. Oh my God. What kind of?" She goes, Mom, with everything you are going through, Molly understands. Molly understands." This is what Christina is saying, right? And I'm thinking, yeah, Molly would understand, but not you, Christina. If it were your birthday, oh no, you couldn't care whatever anybody else is going through. If they didn't remember to call you or give you a birthday gift on your birthday, you wouldn't understand that Sam died. Let's say if the roles were reversed. But Molly understands, Mom. Mm. So when Alexis goes out, Rick goes, "Happy birthday, Mom." And I'm thinking, no, no, Rick, in my mind, Molly's birthday was yesterday. Yesterday. You wasn't out of town. You didn't have to come to my house to tell our daughter happy birthday the day after. So when she goes, "What are you doing here?" He goes, "I'm here for my daughter. You know, I'm here. I gave her a gift for her birthday. But let me guess. You couldn't be bothered to remember." This is what he's telling Alexis. And she goes, you know, I'm doing something called grieving and burying my daughter today. So you get off my property now. And Rick says, "Oh, that's right. That's right. But I want you to remember something, Alexis. You may be burying your oldest daughter, but your youngest daughter is still alive. Maybe you could remember that." Okay, let me ask you something, Daddy. When your only daughter found out she couldn't have any more kids, where were you, Daddy? When the first surrogate had a miscarriage and it was devastating to your only daughter, where were you, Daddy? That's what I want to know. When Christina fell out the window and lost Irene, where were you, Daddy? See, he better be happy Alexis is grieving and is preoccupied, because a whole lot of things can be said to Rick Lansing about parenting and the absenteeism of what he does, period, 100%. But anyway, Danny, I'm in with this. Danny, it puts the flowers on Sam's casket, the picture on the bed of huge, arrangement that's on there. And Lucas comes in. "Danny," I don't know why I was talking so loud. And Danny turned around and says, oh no, you cannot be here." And Lucas is looking, he goes, "Because you let my mother die." And Lucas looks, so he just turns and he walks away because he's already feeling guilty, right? And that's all he needed to hear was Danny and the conviction in Danny's voice. I kind of felt bad for Lucas on that one, because he is feeling guilty and it was not his fault, right? But anyway, but that look, what family shouldn't operate on family, right? It's 100% why. So let's go to comment corner. Comment corner. Let me turn on my stopwatch. Today, I am going to read from the top down, and here we go. Let's see. This is the top. Patricia says that scene with Rick and Jason was the best part of the whole episode. Priceless. Brenda says, I was wondering if Nina's gonna be his bodyguard. Um, uh, if he moves to DC anyway, he might find a new booty up there. Yeah, he probably will. Brenda says also, are you gonna how are they going to fix Drew's face for the funeral? Well, Nina did a pretty good patch up job. What is he going to explain to his daughter? Well, you heard he bumped into the door. Oh, no. What does uh, GH writers going through? I don't know. Hello there says, I don't want to see Lucky working for Sunny. This show is called General Hospital. Maybe Lucky can be security manager at the hospital. Nah, he would call that boring. It could tie in better to the premise of the show and maybe even give some action with finding out things going on in General GH. He could even be paired with Isaiah in diagnosing murder style hospital detectives. Yeah, no. Judith says, do it, Jason. Dacia says, Rick Lansing still jealous of Jason Morgan because he and Sonny Corinthos are like brothers. Um, he always thinks of Jason as his brother and not Rick. Rick still has an agenda against Sonny and Jason Morgan because they're close with each other and Rick can't handle it. Dassey also says Drew won't be going anywhere pretty soon. Sonny, waiting until Sonny Corinthos will find out what Drew did to Michael. Waiting until Carly and Nina team up with each other when they find out what Drew did to Michael's wife, sleeping with Willow and Nina. And then Lynette says, you left out Molly and Isaiah's at Bobby's for her birthday. He was very sweet to her. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. I don't like where that's going at all. How messy can you be? He's gonna be a hospital. Your partner works there, and watch Molly will want to get married, right? Oh, she gonna want to marry Isaiah. But I hope they don't go that route. Lisa says Drew certainly doesn't want the reason he was beaten up by Jason to come out. I'm shocked Drew told Rick that he slept with Willow. It is really naive thinking nobody knows. Rick is being pushy to take Drew on as a client. And then Stephanie says, Jason is my man, always has been. However, with Drew being a Navy SEAL, shouldn't he have gotten as good as he delivered? Mm-hmm. Drew has poor fighting skills for a Navy SEAL, in my opinion. Yeah, just Drew don't have nothing on Jason. Jacarly says, I'm so over Lucky. The character change they have given him. The third Lucky. Yeah, there was a manlier Lucky. He's on another soap. I think it's Days. Would have never left his kids. He hated how Luke was never around for him and Lulu. Jacarly says, Rick better go check his pants. And then Jacarly says, since when did Sonny become the town's therapist? First Dante, then Alexis, then Christina, then Natalia, and now Lucky? Sonny of all people. Carly, always backing Jason, is called loyalty, Drew. Wouldn't know anything about that. Um, because it is he that just slept with his nephew's wife. That's right. And Marla says, exactly. Loyalty isn't even in Drew's vocabulary. Uh, Loyalty should have kept his pants in check. Jacarly says, Drew is jealous of Jason, so butthurt that he is not Jason. I know. I'm confused. Doesn't Drew still have Jason's memory? So didn't he know Rick and Jason hated each other? You know, they really don't key into the whole memory thing anymore. Kind of, I think, when Drew disappeared that last time. Remember, they brainwashed him with those tarot cards. I think that probably overrid a lot of that memory jargon stuff. Jacarly says Rick has known Jason for years and knows that Jason would just lose his temper over a kiss. He knows it had to be something more. Yeah. And so would Carly if she knew it was just, she was like, no, you wouldn't do this for just a kiss. Jackie says Drew is a big baby on, wait, Drew was a big baby on Rick showing the boohoo Jason did. What was funny was when he made a dare to Jason, Rick did, to punch him, um, which he didn't. And then he gave, wait, and then when Jason goes toward Rick's face, he jumped up and backed away. That was so funny, I know. Lucky winches or whines too much about leaving. If he wants to leave, just leave. It's getting annoying. Me too. Madison says, "Boy, Nina's going to look like an idiot when the truth comes out. Why Jason hit him? She knows about the kiss. She doesn't know about the sex yet. No, she does not." And then Just K says Drew is a sociopath, such a gaslighter. My gosh. If Carly and Nina knew what happened, they would both be in line to slap the taste out of Drew. I don't agree that Jason did it at the cues, but he did it to keep Drew um in check during Sam's funeral. Yeah. Really, don't be giving Willow them looks, and Willow better not be over there. You know, Willow is there for moral support for Drew. So I think it was to keep Drew in line, and of course for Michael. Yeah, me too. She would be. How are you doing, Drew? As if Michael didn't know Sam longer than Drew, right? Richard says another great review daily recap, Lady. The Enforcer is definitely reminding us of who he is. Catherine says creepy Drew slept with Michael's mom and Michael's wife. That's true, huh? And Michael's mother-in-law. Drew, that's right. I didn't think about all that. You are 100% right. Catherine says, I hope they aren't going to do a Drew has been programmed or some nonsense to get him off scot-free. Nah, they're not going to. He'll own it. He don't care. Chrissy says they'll probably give Drew a brain tumor to excuse his behavior. They're not even going to try. Catherine says, or now, because what they're gonna do, give one to Willow too? They're gonna do that? Or now they have a transplant surgeon, ha ha ha. The Friends episode where Joey had a brain transplant on his soap. That's funny. Uh Suze says Drew is such a creep, blocking telling the truth by bringing up Carly's loyalty to Jason. Not that he had told Carly, that he would have told Carly anyway. I love Jason right now too. And then DB says, goodness, my mouse, I need a new mouse. DB says, I can't with Lucky and his lifelong quest to be Luke. His kids need him, or his kid needs him, his mother, sister, and BFF, but he feels useless. They can release him back into the wilds and better not send Jason to get him. Exactly. No more trying to save you, Lucky. All right, everybody, that is it for Comment Corner. Comment Corner. I'll be back tomorrow. Sad day, funeral. But you know what? A funeral won't be a funeral without some kind of mishap. We shall see. See you tomorrow.